a warning?
There ain't nothing to worry about.
I'm worried that you work in an office, have children, celebrate wedding anniversaries. The world of heterosexual is a sick and boring life.
Chick is gonna have to put out before she even gets in. You better believe it, man.
Hey, Zoco, I got a surprise for you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Sandy!
Teddy?
What are you doing here? I thought you were going back to Australia.
We had a change of plans.
I can't... Well, that's cool, baby. I mean, you know how it is. Rockin' and rollin' and whatnot.
Danny?
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
What's the matter with you?
What's the matter with me, baby? What's the matter with you?
Yeah. What happened to the Danny Zuko I met at the beach?
Well, I do not know. I mean, maybe there's two of us, right? Why don't you take out a missing persons ad or try the yellow pages? I don't know.
You're a fake and a phony, and I wish I'd never laid eyes on you.
Whoa! I wonder if she carries silver bullets. Yeah.
Welcome back to the show, listeners.
We made it to 300 episodes.
Listeners, it is a very, very exciting day. Scott, what did you say?
300 episodes?
Wow, I can't believe it. I mean, who'd have thought? 6 years? 7? I don't even know.
May of 2019. I don't know how long that is.
All right.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute, and here we are at episode 300. This is a very exciting episode. It's a very exciting day. We have a wonderful guest. I'm very excited. Listeners, you should be too. My name is Pete.
And I'm Scott, and these are the movies that made us gay. Well, we have to get right into it.
Episode 300.
Episode 300.
Yeah.
We have a very special guest today. Regular contributor to the show.
Yes.
Jackson Cooper, best dancer at St. Bernadette's.
Oh.
But with the worst reputation.
All right.
Jackson Cooper.
Oh!
Welcome to the podcast.
I love it. Oh my God, 300. I'm so excited. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, who'd have thought we'd make it this far? And Jackson, how many episodes is this for you on the show? Like we said, regular
You
contributor.
have to be getting up there to about 6.
I think 297 I've been on.
Yeah, I think so.
But that's about it. I wasn't on Witches of Eastwick, and I wasn't on 300, so that's about it. But I'm on episode 300.
Absolutely. There you go. Well,
So,
welcome back.
Welcome
as
back.
usual.
So I always want to save a special movie for the milestone episodes. I always see the milestone episodes as being like the 50, like it's the 100s, 150, 200, 250, and now we're at 300. So I always want to do something special. And there has been a movie that has been escaping us through our entire run of the podcast. We have talked about the sequel on the podcast, but have never got to the juggernaut.
The original.
That is Grease.
Yeah.
So here we are. Grease. Directed by Randal Kleiser. Screenplay by Bronte Woodard. Produced by Robert Stigwood and Allan Carr. Based on the 1971 musical by Jim Jacobs and Warren Casey. Released June 16th, 1978.
All right. Grease. The OG.
I'm still okay. Let's pause real quick. 300 episodes.
Yeah.
I want to speak for all of your fans when I say thank you for everything you've done with this show. I know for me, like before I started coming on and getting to know you all as friends and consider you some of my best friends, like
thank you.
And met a lot of other people through you all. Like this got me through COVID. I found this during COVID. It was like such a glimmer of hope. But what blows my mind still is that like you all, it took so long to get to Rocky Horror and Wizard of Oz and Grease. And I just go like, I hope that this continues like for decades because there's still so many fucking movies.
That's why you
that
have to hold
made
them,
people
too.
gay. It's amazing. I'm just like, wow, like we just got to Greece. We're only scratching the surface.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I mean, yeah. But
don't-
here's the 300 more.
Absolutely.
Here's the 300 more.
Cheers.
Cheers. We're all having a drink right
We
now.
don't quite
Cheers.
have a movie of the day for 365 days of the year for like a day of the week calendar, but we're getting
But
close.
we're getting
though.
there. We're getting there. But yeah, I mean, like you're saying, there's so many movies that we haven't even like touched that are still like really big milestones. That
You
we're
were
gonna
lobbying
get to.
hard for Phantom of the Paradise for episode 300.
I was, yes. But
I do love that
I
one.
for some reason, again, like Greece, I just assumed,
Right.
like Rocky, like Wizard of Oz, like I just assumed you all had done it. And then when you were like, oh, we haven't done Greece yet, I went, whoa, hey, what? So that's what I mean. There's still so many things to do, which is amazing. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, we guested on another podcast earlier in the day that we're recording this, and now we're doing this tonight. And we just did something for the Patreon last night. Sometimes I'm just thinking, like, gosh, what do people do with their time that don't host podcasts?
Go on. Hey, go. I can speak for myself. Go on other people's podcasts.
There you go. Yeah,
That's
just
what we
get-
do.
yeah,
That's what we do.
Guest on your friend's podcast.
Well, and also if you count
Always
bonus,
working.
if you count bonus episodes, we've been past 300 for a while.
We
When
have,
you look
we
at
have,
like
yeah.
the track numbers,
Yeah, because we're not counting
On your podcast
the
app?
Oscar specials, and a couple of them in there that we just didn't, include in the lineup for whatever reasons. But yeah, there are actually more than 300 entries, but this is like proper, episode 300.
And can I say, I'm glad the money and the booze and the drugs and the hookers have not changed you all
No,
at all.
no. I
And
mean-
in this celebrity,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Wait
how
till we
you
get
all
signed
are
on a
just
network.
They're there, the booze and the hookers and the money, but we're still grounded.
we're still logging onto the recorder every day. We're still open
We
up
got-
Zoom.
Yeah,
We're still messaging all the Patreon members.
it's
because
called a work ethic, and we have it. So we just can't
booked and busy.
yeah,
Booked
yeah.
and busy.
So
yeah.
before we get into the Grease discussion, because
Yeah.
there's a lot that is going to be said about this movie. There's a
Uh-huh.
lot
There's a
going on
lot.
here.
Yeah.
We need to do the episode 300 plot keyword game.
Okay.
So every 50 episodes, I
Oh.
pull movies from the past episodes. I usually do it in 50 increments to
Right.
make it a little more
Okay.
manageable.
Okay.
That I'm going to give you plot keywords and see if you can guess the movie.
So this is from IMDb,
Oh,
the plot
This
keyword
is from
section.
IMDb,
Got it.
plot keywords, anything random that goes on in the movie, or
Brilliant.
Okay.
themes,
All right.
plots,
Gotcha.
what have you. It's
All
pretty
right.
broad. And
Okay.
we always do this for every 50 episodes. So
Okay.
here we go. First movie.
Okay.
Obsessive Love,
Mm-hmm.
Rowboat, Lake, Ranch, and Electra Complex.
Oh, I know what this is, but I can't think of the name of the movie. It's that 50s movie with that fierce lady who drowned that kid in the lake.
yeah. Leave her to heaven.
Leave her to heaven.
Yeah, leave her
Emily
to heaven.
Alero Jones.
We got it. Yeah, Emily Alero Jones. She was, I guess, for that one. That was her pick. That movie, I'd never seen that movie. That movie's wild, and I'm
Wild.
That was a fun one.
Yeah, I'm a better person for having watched it.
Wild.
Heaven.
Throws herself down the stairs. Like
Oh
what
my
a
gosh.
fierce performance. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, next one.
Disc jockey, manhunt, scene during the opening credits, urban decay, baseball bat used as a weapon, and roller skates.
Oh, I got this. This is Jackson. You thinking?
Is it, it's not cruising. Is it cruising?
No,
No.
No, not quite cruising.
Okay.
The Warriors.
it's the Warriors.
Yes.
Oh, Warriors. Yeah. Disc jockey
Disc
through me.
Yeah. She's got like the close up on her mouth, just talking about those Warriors.
All right,
All
next
right, what
one.
do we got?
Amnesia, phony accent, lawyer, seance, impersonation, mother-son relationship, gondola, and electric chair.
What in the hell? Was
Whoa.
I on this episode?
Yep.
Seance.
We did this one as a podcast crossover with friends of ours.
Okay.
Amnesia.
Phony accent.
Lawyer.
A gondola and an electric chair?
Seance. Mother-son relationship.
I mean, it's not Talented Mr. Ripley.
No. What movies have we done where there has been a famous seance scene?
A famous seance.
Famous seance
in a
scene.
movie.
One of the main characters has amnesia. He doesn't remember his past. They build it into the adaptation. Let me think about other things. I'm kind of surprised you two haven't gotten this.
Yeah, gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go with Graveyard.
Okay. Graveyard.
Dismembered Hand.
Is it the Addams Family?
It's the Addams Family.
It's the first Addams Family. Dr. Pinderschloss has the fake accent.
We did that with Once Upon a VHS. That was our first crossover
Wow,
with them.
that was good.
Yeah,
That was good.
that took me a minute.
I did not put that together.
All right.
Oh, man.
Bisexual lighting.
Ooh.
Jumping through a glass window. Dusty Cape. Prophecy.
Dusty Cape.
And Book.
That could be all of the episodes of movies that made us.
Bisexual lighting, Dusty Cape, jumping through a glass window.
I'm surprised that you haven't gotten this immediately.
Superman?
No.
So it's not Superman?
Dusty
Yeah.
Cape. What movie have we talked about where the main character
Dusty Cape?
gets a dusty cape put on her?
Put on her. Oh, Wicked.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, right. That dusty
Oh, in the
old cape.
book, the Grimmery, right?
Grimmery,
Of course,
yeah.
of course.
The
and jumping
glass
through the window.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna be making it to Wicked for Good later in the year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's coming up. It's coming.
coming.
It's like It's October 1st.
You see a
as
lot
we're recording.
in that recent trailer. Like maybe too much in that
Oh no,
trailer.
not enough.
Oh, you fully
Yeah,
see like images of the Tin Man. in it.
You do see that,
I feel like I don't know if I would put that in the trailer.
I think. Well, yeah. I mean, they show up. Well, they show up in the second part of it. Yeah.
But I also think you can't
But
tell who it is, because I know there are still a lot of people who have not seen the show, so they're just like, "What happens next?" Right?
Which is still wild.
Crazy.
Yeah, people saying like,
Crazy.
People saying like, "What? Don't spoil
No spoilers."
it. Like it's been around. It's been around for 20 years, and the
Yeah.
book's been out since the like 2000s, early 90s. Like, come on,
Yeah, for sure.
people.
But I do think you do see the Tin Man, but I think that you can't really tell who it is or was. So maybe they're like, okay, that'll still be a bit of a surprise. But you're right,
Yeah.
they do give away some stuff. But obviously we're very excited for that.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
and we're all gonna cry.
Yeah.
We're all gonna cry.
Come on, 2 Oscar noms in a row for Ariana.
Seriously, she might win it for this. I'm thinking she'll win it for this.
2 in a
Maybe
row for
both of them will win.
Hey.
maybe both of them will win.
Could
Yeah.
happen.
Fingers crossed.
Could happen.
All right, Scott, what do you got?
All right. So, Eaten Alive,
Oh no.
Electric Chair, Dessert, Walk-in Freezer, and Night Vision.
Oh, Silence of the Lambs.
Not quite.
Eaten Alive?
I mean,
Okay.
actually, walk-in freezer. There's no walk-in freezer in Silence.
Oh,
of the
there's
Lambs.
no-
I was gonna
What?
say I don't think that a lot of
Oh.
that happens in Silence of the Lambs, but kind of
Walk
looking through,
in freezer.
maybe somebody has an electric
Okay,
shock in
give
Silence of the Lambs.
me some more electric shock, walk-in freezer, eaten alive.
Eaten Alive,
Ooh, I hate
walk-in
that.
freezer. There's a big scene in a walk-in freezer, and Night Vision.
And night vision.
Oh, Night Vision.
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Eaten alive. Oh God. That poor lawyer.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, what do we got?
Feature film directorial debut.
All right.
Elizabeth Tower, Abbey Road, Lizard, and Family Butler.
Okay, Elizabeth Tower is Big Ben, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Lizard.
Lizard.
Butler.
Lizard and Family Butler.
Family Butler.
Family Butler.
Oh, I'm not going to get that.
What
That's
movie
hard.
was a butler brought to America?
Mr. Belvedere.
Who famously sat on his balls.
Yeah. Oh.
Remake?
Okay, it's a remake. There's a butler. That's not a Paddington.
You too. I'm surprised that you
I
both
know.
haven't got this.
I know.
I feel like
this is hard.
I feel like I didn't want to pick some obvious ones.
Yeah.
What about this
Oh,
one?
my
Summer
God.
Camp.
Summer Camp. Oh, is this
It's Parent Trap?
Parent Trap.
This is the Parent
Parent
Trap
Trap.
98.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
there you
Donovan,
go, yeah.
we are watching Elaine
the Butler.
Hendricks on Dancing with the Stars right now.
Yes. Elaine Hendricks
She's
is
doing a
on.
good job too.
Yeah.
Oh, good,
Yeah,
good.
She's doing pretty good. I'm not going to say for her age. She's just doing pretty good, period.
No,
Yeah,
no,
she's doing great.
She's doing good.
Yeah.
Doing good. I think anybody at any age over like
Yeah.
25 doing that show, they're doing the best they can.
Yeah,
Like
totally.
it's crazy. Yeah.
All right. Existentialism,
Okay.
Toy Horse, Martial Arts, No Opening Credits, Kicked in the Face, Pollution, and Memory.
Ooh.
This is a newer movie that
is
we've done.
this Blade Runner 2049?
This is Blade Runner 2049.
All right.
Wow. Oh,
I decided
great
to
one,
pick
Pete.
2049 just to see what I could pull for the
Toy
keywords
Horse.
for it.
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you say? Memory? Something about memory?
Memory.
Yeah.
Kicked in the
Pollution.
face.
Kicked in the
Pollu-
face.
the
Yep.
pollution makes sense. Yeah. Kicked in
Yeah.
the face.
I think
Oh,
everybody gets kicked in the
that's
face
right.
in that movie.
All right, I got three more.
All right.
Flattery, show business, ambition, pathological liar, voice over narration.
Showbiz. I mean, this could be a lot of movies.
This could be a lot
This
of movies,
is-
but we've also held a very big movie for this year that it took us a while to get to.
Okay, Showbiz.
Yeah. Is this
Go.
show? No, Showgirls. No.
You're
no.
close.
I was
with
thinking
Showgirls.
I was thinking Showgirls too.
Go with other movies that Showgirls was inspired by.
Oh, it's all about Eve.
It's all about Eve.
all right.
Oh, of
Flattery,
course.
show business, ambition, pathological liar, and
Yes,
voiceover
yes.
narration.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Fabulous.
Nice.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
That's how you do the keywords.
Yeah.
All right. Fake accent,
Okay. Again.
conspiracy, bowling alley, agent, and product placement.
Agent.
Agent.
Okay. Bowling alley.
Bowling alley.
There's
yeah.
a scene at the beginning of the movie set in a bowling alley.
Mac and me. No.
No, this is a movie that I had been wanting to cover for a while. And we finally got to it this year. This was kind of like the season of the podcast. These last 50 episodes that we really got to the big movies that we've been holding. And
Yes.
I think this is one of them.
Yeah.
This is a big cult favorite. Think about movies that we've done with a lot of product placement.
Product placement. That's an
There is
interesting.
hundreds of things in this movie.
Yeah, and we talked
you
about
see,
it,
and we
right?
talk about
and we
it.
talk about it in the thing of like all that. Yeah. Okay. Bowling
Oh,
alley.
I know. This is hard.
Garage Band.
Wait. Go. What were the other ones again?
Okay.
Garage.
Fake.
Oh! I
accent,
know what it is. I know what it is.
Conspiracy theory,
Okay.
bowling alley,
Yeah,
agent,
bowling
and
alley.
product placement.
Okay.
Jackson,
product
you know what it
placement.
is?
I got it.
I mean, I'm looking at.
I got it.
Is
It's-
it Coyote Ugly?
No.
No, I know what
No.
it is. It's Josie and the Pussycats.
Josie and the Pussycats. Very good.
Oh, yes.
That it was known for the
Oh,
product
there
placement.
is a lot of product placement in that movie.
They're like Target sponsored private jet. Yeah. Love it.
Yes. There's also, I think, a lot of like Coke or Pepsi in that. Like that's a big soda heavy movie too.
Big soda.
All right, the last one.
All right, here we
I
go.
hope that you both get this one.
Uh-oh.
Too.
Oh god.
Gay subtext.
Gay subtext. All right.
Unreliable narrator. Lobster Man and male rear nudity.
Lobster Man.
Well, that's Talented Mr. Ripley, right?
Not
The Lobster
Not
Man and
Lobster Man.
Talented Mr. Ripley.
Oh yeah.
Who could forget the Lobster Man from Talented Mr. Ripley? Male rear nudity. Okay, say again.
Gay subtext.
Gay subtext.
Unreliable
Subtext.
narrator.
Yes.
Lobster Man.
What does Lobster Man mean?
What's Lobster Man? Yeah.
And
Let's take a
male
look.
rear nudity.
Yeah. Oh, we just did this.
Yeah.
All right, the guy with the lobster claws. I just dumped the sound cue, but it's this is Sparta. It's 300.
It's 300.
Oh, okay.
We
Okay.
famously did not do 300 for episode 300.
Yeah.
Good. Hey, good. What a fucking waste that would. It's a great episode. It's a great episode.
Yeah,
I just
but
listened to it on my run, but it would have been such a waste. No, save the iconic movies for that.
Too snarky. We thought we'd be snarky to do it for $2.99.
Oh yeah, there we go. The 300.
Right, good job.
300 keyword
game.
Good job, guys. We've covered some great
concept.
movies.
Yeah, really good concept of a game, Scott. That was amazing.
Yeah, that was fun. And it's you can get the. It's kind of like that game that you're playing with the what is it online?
Oh, I've been playing one of those daily movie games that
the Burgle.
It gives you plot keywords and you have to guess the name of the movie.
Yeah. That's cool.
The Daily Burgle.
Burgle.
Oh, okay. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a fun one. It's hard some days, and some days
some days you immediately get it, and then some days it takes me all 7 guesses to get it.
Yeah,
because it just it knocks one out every guess that you have. It is technically one movie, but you have 7 attempts to get it.
But there are other movies that can have mixtures of the clues. So it's like,
I
if
see.
it's wrong, then it'll say, okay, well, you got 3 out of the 7. So like keep going.
But this is funny because the first result is a Reddit thread that says Burgle is making me lose my mind.
today's was pretty early. Was pretty easy too.
Yeah, but it's also not as big as like New York Times games like Wordle and stuff. So there's no like hints out there. So if you don't know it, you're just shit out of luck.
You're fucked. Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah. So you're like, okay, well, I guess I'm never gonna find out what that movie was.
Yeah, I got today's Burgle on the podcast.
Where's Lobster Man come from?
Yeah.
I'm gonna rewatch that. I was gonna rewatch it anyway after listening, but I was like, now I don't remember a fucking Lobster Man. Yeah.
They're not quite lobster claws.
Yeah, the claws.
I think they're like swords or like axes that he has instead of hands, so he can like execute people. But it's too much.
Okay,
all right. Tell us the clues for today's Burgle.
I got it in one guess. Let me see if you two can get it.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Chicken, dig, fire, grandmother, heart, Korea, stroke, vegetable, and water.
Oh, it's
water.
It's that movie with Steven Yeun.
Yeah.
What is it called? It's that movie. With
Minari?
It's Minari.
Minari.
Yeah, Minari. Yeah.
It's Minari. Yeah.
I got it from Chicken.
I got it from grandmother.
I got it from
Korea.
I got it from
fire.
grandmother Korea and Chicken.
Yeah.
I was like, it's got to be Minari. Okay. See, but you could say like, okay, what movies have like a grandmother and chicken and like fire? And you say like, I don't know, whatever, fried green tomatoes, and it'll say, okay, well, it's got 3 of them, but that's not what we were thinking
like
of.
Black Panther had 6 of those.
Oh.
The ABCs of Death and Fantastic Mr. Fox had 5.
Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
See? So like, I think once you like add it, it tells you the other movies. Okay. So
that's cool.
Listeners, go play the Daily Burgle if you're so inclined. Scott's trying to play it every day so you can chat with us and compare answers.
All right, so we got to talk about today's movie, Grease.
Yes.
What are our first memories of Grease?
Oh gosh.
So
I
didn't watch this movie until I was finishing up the 6th grade because I remember it was during the 20-year anniversary, and they put it back in theaters, and it got a big home video release, and that was when I first watched Grease. Probably a pretty good age to watch this movie going into junior high. To like, I would say it's kind of maybe the target kid audience is kind of going out of grade school and going into junior high. But that's when I first watched it.
Although when you do Google Grease the movie, one of the the most searched questions on Google is Grease appropriate for an 8-year-old? And the answer is no.
This is true.
But,
yeah. It was the 70s.
It was 70s, yeah. I have so many connections to this because it as a theater gay, there were only like a handful of DVDs that everybody had that were musicals, and it was like the Christopher Columbus Rent movie, Grease, and like some people had the Cats DVD, some people had Joseph. It was weird, and I remember watching it we never watched it because my parents just never liked the movie, and we didn't watch a lot of musicals as a family. But I remember seeing it in middle school or high school. I think I saw a production of it, and the show didn't change my life. The production changed my life because it was like the first time I saw like real theater in small town North Carolina, and it was like big budget, amazing, and I was like, this is awesome. But the show is wildly different from the movie. So it's a whole other thing. But I remember watching the movie finally and being like, this is incredibly weird. I thought it was weird. It was just weird. It's this epic fever dream.
Yeah.
Of just, and still to this day, the only thing that stuck out with me then that still sticks out to me now is how old everybody looks.
Wow.
And and like, even as a kid, I was like, wait, they're in high school? This is bizarre. Which I know is the joke of the whole movie, but I still remember as a child, like as a literal like child, being like, this is really weird. But I remember it also being like how fast it moved. I really, really liked. And I was very surprised because it was an old movie. And I was like, wow, we're really just getting through this. It's great. Yeah.
I remember it just kind of being on television a lot.
Sure.
And so kind of catching it in bits and pieces, knowing the songs, knowing the music, knowing John Travolta from his like kind of weird early 90s, late 80s kind of movie career. So when I was started to, watch it regularly, my mother has always been a big John Travolta and Nick Cage are like her two like big ones, strangely. Right. She I think was introduced to Nick Cage in Valley Girl and fell in love with him, and Peggy Sue got married and then Moonstruck. So like those three were like,
I get it. It's a good era of Nick Cage.
Good era of Nick Cage, peak, Melinda, like watching movies, right? And then Travolta, she'd been with since Welcome Back, Kotter when she grew up with him, right? So like, she's a teenager when he's like they're about the same age, on Kotter, and then Plastic Bubble and the disco
Saturday Night
stuff,
Fever.
Saturday Night Fever, and everything. And so she loved John Travolta, so she would watch this movie. It would be on TV a lot, so I'd watch it, right? But never really seeing it all the way through. And then finally, when I would watch it all the way through, just being like, yeah, this is very interesting choices, right? Like the opening credits always were so crazy to me because I always thought like the animation was kind of like crunchy, right? I was like, okay, who drew this?
It was, and also I remember it blowing my mind because I was like, wait, this is Schoolhouse Rock.
Yes,
and
it's very Schoolhouse Rock.
I was like, wait, and it was I remember it was at that time when I was a kid where like you start to put things together when it comes to culture, where it's like, oh, the thing you watched in fifth grade actually came out when your parents were in fifth grade.
For sure.
And so watching that, it was just like, wait, this is Schoolhouse Rock, and this is a whole different type of animation style. And Barry Gibb wrote the song. Crazy.
Also, being a kid in the 80s, we would watch like Solid Gold and all of those shows. And the band at the dance is Sha-Na-Na, right? And like they had a variety show in the very early 80s, and I remember my sister and I would kind of watch Sha-Na-Na, and that was fun, and the whole like 50s kind of revival. We loved Laverne and Shirley. I kind of felt that like Rizzo was kind of like a cast off like from Laverne and Shirley. She kind of has that like hair. So just trying to piece together this like version of the 50s based on like the media that's being like fed to me.
Yeah, and you probably remember as a kid just kind of the 50s nostalgia.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of entertainment in the 80s.
Yeah. But also thinking, oh, okay, high school, okay, this is interesting. But I do remember...
I also... No. I was just gonna say it was also this. It was also like this wasn't Happy Days, but it was Happy Days.
Yeah.
Like it was still part of that, and it had that very tongue-in-cheek kind of approach to the 50s, but I don't know. It was all very confusing. It was like, yeah, it was nostalgia, but it wasn't.
Does it ever turn into the problem that Happy Days did, where it is set in the 50s or early 60s, and then as the series goes on, they
just forget.
Producers and cast maybe just kind of forget that it was once a period TV show, and it just feels contemporary. Yeah.
They're trying. I think they're trying in this one. But, for me, seeing it on television so much, kind of like, I did kind of liken it to something like a Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah.
But I did think that the musical numbers, especially the last two, You're the One That I Want, and what is it, Always
We Go Together.
I felt that I thought that, like, this is what high school's going to be like.
I
Your
can't wait.
best friends, and the whole, like, we'll never see each other again, which they kind of do that thing again in Grease 2, and then it's just this trope, and like everything, Saved by the Bell, whatever, like, oh, we're never going to see each other again, like after graduation. But I always thought, like, okay, that's the high school experience. So yeah, I was like, okay, I'll look forward to that, and then that didn't happen. But
I mean, I would rewatch the shit out of my VHS in junior high, and also when I was in dance as a kid, we did a mini production of Grease. Like, we didn't quite do the full musical, but we just did numbers, and we did Grease Lightning and the Hand Jive. There was no editing of Grease.
There was no Kids Bop version.
We were fully dancing to It's a Real Pussy Wagon and those Chicks Will Cream.
Yeah.
We had no idea.
The Chicks Will Cream. Yeah.
No.
I want to say that our dance teacher even commented on it when she was teaching us, like, some of the moves of the Chicks Will Cream. And I just remember being like, what? Just kind of hearing that lyric and just maybe it not really registering, but I knew that there was something sexual about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, different time.
They
didn't care about doing any sort of a kid-friendly editing to it. I'll have to see if I can dig up pictures of that.
So I also remember, just because it was, for me, it was always the movie first, and kind of finding out, this was a stage production. It was a musical on Broadway and all that. Being like, oh, wow. Cool. And like, John Travolta was in it, but actually it was, he
was Duty.
Actually, it was Kinnicky who played the Danny role and all that, and just being like, ooh, that evil John Travolta. And hearing that, like, oh, well, the stage version is a lot more like raunchy, and it's like they toned it down a lot for the movie. And I always thought that the movie was kind of, I guess as a kid, all that stuff just flew over my head. I never really got any of the whole.
Yeah, you don't get it when you're watching.
I remember
as a kid
watching this with my mom, because I mean, my mom is like, she graduated high school in the late 70s, so she would have like seen this when it first came out, and she would have been high school age. And I remember watching the pep rally scene with my mom, and the guys are doing their little Three Stooges cheer.
Yeah.
And they say, shake your dick for old Rydell. And I remember my mom, like, losing it at that.
See, I didn't even know they say that.
Yeah.
To this day,
I remember my mom
they say,
pointing
shake
that
your
out.
Dick? Okay.
I also remember just like I remember Pussy Wagon was a big one. Like when I watched it, it was like, oh my gosh, you're saying that. But then also like how just like direct it was about like fucking and having sex. Like,
getting pregnant.
And it does not like they talk about the condom breaking and stuff. I was like, it was wild to watch that as a kid. But there was a lot of things too, like Danny's the visual gags in Danny's song at the drive-in that just like totally went over my head as a kid. And when I watched it like years later as an adult, I was like, oh, this is really, really fully inappropriate, but I love it.
Yeah, but also those parts, like, I feel like as a kid, I would just zone out or not pay attention.
Yeah,
like, I think the musical numbers really kept me engaged. But then, Kinnicky and Rizzo making out in the back seat, I'm like, it broke. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Something broke.
Yeah. We're talking about hickeys. Yeah. You're like, I don't know what hickeys are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always think, and Jackson, you can probably elaborate on this, and we talked about it on your last episode when we did Rocky Horror, because we recorded that days before Wicked premiered.
Yes,
and
it did.
I
Yeah.
always think it's really interesting when a movie musical sort of eclipses its source material, that now
Right.
when audiences
Yes.
go to Grease, they're going to be taking of what they know of the movie musical.
Right.
And that's what
Yeah.
they're going to be expecting when they go to it. So I would assume
Totally.
that newer productions of Grease probably pull from the movie.
They do, and it's in so much too as they even put in the opening credits song into the musical, which is wild. And there were a lot of there have been several different revivals. There was a famous one in the 90s with like Megan Mullally and this like entire like all these
Rosie.
80s.
Is that the one Rosie did? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no,
incredible.
yeah.
Yeah, Rosie. Yeah.
Like
Rosie
Rizzo was
O'Donnell
just kind of the
Rizzo,
character
yeah.
that they just stunt cast
Wild.
with
Yeah.
major celebrities.
Brooke Shields.
Yeah. Brooke Shields. Yep. She was in that. And, but that one, they kind of fucked with the script and they rewrote some stuff. They did new song, or they did new arrangements for songs. But yeah, I think there is a big expectation that like you hit the beats of the movie when you go and do this. And I worked on a production in college of it, and there definitely was like, you have to kind of have the John Travolta isms, and you have to do this. And so, and then even when they did the Grease Live, with a few years ago, which I actually really really liked.
Yeah,
It was,
same.
directed
I thought it was
by the
super
guy.
charming.
Yeah, it was directed by I think it was directed by Tommy Kail, who did Hamilton. He was like fresh off Hamilton's success.
Okay.
It's really good. But I think people do expect a few different things, but also they're very surprised because there's a lot of songs. There's I think like 4 songs from the show that are cut in the movie, and there's just a lot of the show moves very quickly too, like the movie, but it's just there's a lot of weird things. Like they actually sing the fight song. I think We Go Together actually starts the show.
Oh wow!
Doesn't it start, at least the production that I saw when I was a kid, does it start with a high school reunion?
It does,
and they sort of treat the audience like they're a part of Rydell High.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which is
so
a cool way to
like a speech. Yeah.
Which is a cool way to start like a stage production. That you're kind of being included with it.
Yeah, it's cool, and they do like a nice, I think it's a reunion, and I think Danny is talking about like, oh, they were the best years of my lives and all this stuff, and then it goes into We Go Together, and it's almost like a reverse curtain call where everyone comes out and sort of introduces themselves in a very, merry medleys, kind of like, oh, here's who I am, here's who this. And then it just goes straight into the movie or where the movie starts.
Sure.
But it's good. I mean, I do really like the stage production a lot, but it does differ quite a bit. And I mean, as we know from Allan Carr, he loved to take liberties of what he thought.
Right.
Allegedly, I'd read like the original book writers, the script writers of the original musical were like shut out, like literally shut out of the production. But Travolta had been Kinnicky on the road. And so he would be talking to Bronte Woodard, the screenplay, and like suggesting lines, but they were actually like real lines from the show.
Oh, okay.
And he would be like, oh, that's actually really good. And he'd write it down. So we have to thank Travolta for like, keeping the spirit of the original. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Good for him. Mm-hmm. Good for him.
And I know that Randal Kleiser came from directing John in The Boy in the Plastic Bubble. I think that was Randal Kleiser's in with directing the movie.
Really? Because I thought this was his directorial debut.
It's his feature directorial.
It's his feature
debut.
Boy in the
Plastic
Bubble was a TV movie, but wildly successful in the 70s, and I think that's what got him this job.
Yeah.
Can we talk about one of the wildest filmographies of all time is Randal Kleiser? I mean, going from Grease to Blue Lagoon, and then years later to Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yes.
I think it's Honey, I Blew Up the Kids.
Or Honey, I Blew Up the Kids.
I like Blew Up the Kid. That's a good one. Blew Up the Baby. I don't know. That is an interesting filmography.
Pete, he directed Flight of the Navigator.
Yes, we were. I was going to say we were just
the other
watching
one.
something that we were like, "That's the director of Grease." It was Flight of the Navigator.
I grew up on White Fang too with Ethan Hawke.
okay.
Oh yeah, that was such a good one. Yeah.
Speaking of White Fang, another movie that we need to do on this show that I don't think either of us have seen, but as of this recording, yesterday was the 30th anniversary of The Journey of Natty Gann.
Oh, sure. That's been... Yeah.
Oh, my
I mean,
God.
I grew up on... I remember my sisters renting
Yeah.
The Journey of Natty Gann when I
And
was
her
a kid.
dog in The Journey of Natty Gann, it's the same show dog that's in White Fang, and he's also the dog from The Thing.
Icon.
Oh,
Iconic,
famous dog.
iconic, famous show dog.
iconic
Yeah.
dog.
Yes, and he was born in '77.
Love it.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
I would love to do The Journey of Natty Gann.
we should have Carla on.
We
for
should have
that,
Carla
because
on for
Carla
that
loves
episode.
that movie.
Yeah.
No, we should have the dog on. Is he still around? Let's get him on the phone.
Not
No.
quite, not quite. He may be in doggy heaven with a couple of the lassies. Not all of them though. But yeah, so Randal Kleiser, crazy cuckoo career, but I mean, we can briefly talk about Allan Carr.
Oh, I love Allan
Like,
Carr.
oh my gosh.
So what...
That
Always Allan
documentary
Carr.
Yeah.
on Allan Carr doc is
The Fabulous Allan Carr?
Yes.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah.
what a character. I mean,
Wild. Caftans for days. Would literally walk around New York City, and I told the story in Can't Stop the Music, but
Yeah.
I loved they were filming Can't Stop the Music, and then they were also filming Cruising,
Oh,
the William
God,
Friedkin,
yes.
Al Pacino
Yeah.
movie across the street, and he sauntered over in his caftan to protesters who were protesting Can't Stop the
right.
Music, and he was like, "No, you want."
You want that
gay
production
movie
down
over
there.
Like,
The
you don't
other
want
gay
us.
movie.
Like, you want the other gay movie.
I mean, this...
He was like fully in a caftan
Yeah.
on like 42nd Street, according to the documentary.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Ah,
And this would have
Yeah.
been a pretty big deal for him that he had done some Anne Margaret TV specials in the
okay.
1970s.
And Margaret.
But I think probably just kind of getting the rights to doing a movie of Grease was a very
Yeah.
wise move that he did in
And-
the early to mid 70s.
And to be associated with someone like Stigwood. I mean, Carr, yes, but someone like Stigwood
Robert
was a
Stigwood
huge deal.
Probably made so much fucking money off of both Grease and Saturday Night Fever. Like,
Can we talk about how much this grossed in 1978?
oh, I looked up the inflation math. Did you look up the inflation math?
I didn't, but for listeners,
What did it gross?
made $396.3 million
Holy shit.
in 1978.
That's a lot of
And
money.
Scott-
That's a lot of movie
Yeah.
tickets in the
But
in the
Scott,
1970s.
what is it adjusted to
Yeah.
inflation?
I think I looked it up and it's over $1 billion.
Yeah, it would have to be.
Insanity.
I mean,
Because those tickets were like $2, not even $2. Those tickets had to be like 75 cents in 1978.
and especially at a time
Jesus.
where movie musicals were kind of dead. I mean, when
Yeah.
was
They were
probably
dead at that time.
Yeah.
the last movie musical up until Grease that made money? It was probably. I mean, I'm excluding Cabaret because I think Cabaret kind of works.
Yeah, and
It
that
kind of
didn't-
works
no,
more as a
this-
drama.
This eclipsed Sound of Music
Yeah.
because that was the highest
Wow.
grossing movie in the world by that time. But you're right; it was like late 70s. Like musicals had been dead. Like they died in 67 with Dr. Dolittle. Like
Yeah.
that was when
Or-
the studio system.
I think that people always say Hello Dolly was kind of a big movie that lost a lot
Yeah.
of money.
Yeah, that was a big one, and then it came back with Cabaret and Fiddler on the Roof was a big Oscar
Sure.
movie, but then you had things like The Apple and movies that and Robert Altman's Popeye, which was sort
Yeah.
of 70s 80s. So there were a lot of duds, but. I don't know. I mean, Grease had been a property sort of floating around Hollywood for quite some time. There was a story I read where the guy who was behind Fritz the Cat comics wanted to buy the rights and make an animated version of it.
Okay.
But
Could you
he
imagine
didn't.
an adult animated version of Grease?
Love it.
But here's the wildest part: he didn't, and then he ended up making the animated Lord of the Rings instead.
Right.
Yeah.
Bakshi, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, he also
that's
did.
right.
I think he also did American Pop, which is a very like
Yes.
following,
Yeah.
you know, popular music through like you know the ages, and it had that like
Right.
50s like greaser moment in it. So that's I never knew that. That's very interesting.
It's wild.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think John Travolta was just that kind of like lightning in a bottle, like movie star.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
just kind of really
2
sent
years,
this to the moon.
2 years removed from Carrie.
Yeah.
Too. I was trying to remember.
But it was Carrie, Saturday Night Fever, and then this, if I'm not mistaken.
Was he? I think that he was finishing up Welcome Back, Kotter as they were filming Carrie too.
Yeah, because he's
And
still
that-
had the
Yeah. So he was
Yeah.
already a pretty big star from television going into Carrie.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think this. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, what a cast! If we just want to segue into the cast.
Well, go ahead.
go ahead, Dave.
I was going to say we
please.
need to talk about Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah, that's where I was going to go.
From Sydney, Australia.
She's from Sydney, Australia. I love
no reason at all.
I love that they just keep her accent just because.
And she's not even from it in the original movie. That's the wildest
that was just
part.
They got
the musical.
Well, they got Olivia Newton-John. She was coming off of a flop movie, and I will have to look it up. But I think that was hesitant to do another movie, and Allan Carr just really wanted her, and she said, "Okay, I'll do the movie. We'll do a screen test just to make sure I'm a right fit with John."
But she's like, I'm not going to be Sandy Dombrowski.
I don't want to be. I don't want to do an American accent.
Yeah,
I would rather just be comfortable in my Australian accent. And you know what? I love it. I love they just let her be Australian.
Sandy Olsen.
I think it's so charming.
I really think Olivia Newton-John is the reason that the U.S. had that like that 80s kind of like fascination with Australia. We had this moment, you know, with like her and Crocodile Dundee and Yahoo Serious, and it was just a brief flirtation where we were just like, all right, the land down under them. We were
Men
just
at Work.
we were just all about it for a minute, and then we forgot, and no one cared. But I mean, Olivia Newton-John, voice of an angel. Treasure,
incredible.
Not just, I was going to say American treasure. She's just a treasure. I mean, Xanadu, as crazy as Xanadu is,
I love
it's like,
as she holds it together. I mean, she really. I know. Yes, Scott.
I'm wearing my Xanadu shirt tonight.
The listeners back home, Scott is wearing this beautiful animated Olivia Newton-John Xanadu shirt. I mean, she holds Xanadu together. I mean, that and the ELO songs, just hold it together. But what's great about it is like, to your point, Scott, like John Travolta was like on the rise, but like this just propelled her to global, and let's not forget Dame Olivia Newton-John. So that tells us anything about her reputation. Yeah. Can I list some of the people who were considered?
Oh, I would love to hear.
Please do.
Of this. These were my notes. I was like, I'm so excited I found these. Well, first, Allan Carr originally wanted Elvis and Anne Margaret to be Danny and Sandy.
I mean, in 1978.
What year are they making this?
I know. And I go, well, with Scotch tape and a little bit
I
of
think
hope.
that Elvis could maybe be the football coach.
Well, I was going to say he might have had this.
He was supposed to be a teen angel.
Oh,
okay, that could maybe work.
But then he died.
I was going to say
he died
in August of 77. So
77, yeah. So, and then the other people considered was Lucy Arnaz.
Okay,
but actually Lucille Ball called the studio and said not to give her a screen test. The story goes.
Would she have been the principal?
No, Lucy Arnaz. She was young.
Oh, sure. Okay.
No, Lucy Arnaz.
I was thinking
Lucy Arnaz Luckinbill.
Okay.
The daughter.
Lucille Ball. 70s Lucy.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. you kids.
Mr. Nagarelli.
Mr. Nagarelli. What are you doing in here? Yeah, Stone Pillow Lucy. Yeah. I want to see Stone Pillow Lucy do that. And then Carrie Fisher was the other one.
Okay.
Who was considered for it. But
I could see her being one of the
Carrie
pink ladies.
Fisher, but she was, 19, 20, so she would have been one of the younger.
She would have been age appropriate.
Yeah.
I could see her as being one of the pink ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would have been a good what's her name?
Marty?
Marty. That's it.
I mean, we're going to talk about the pink ladies in a minute, but I have some thoughts on these gals and this little girl gang that they've got, this gang of 4 that they've got.
I remember in the Inside Deep Throat documentary, if you've seen Inside Deep Throat, Harry Reams,
yes.
Yeah.
who is the main star of Deep Throat. I believe that he was cast and then fired from Grease, and he was supposed to be the Sid Caesar character.
Yeah, and he was fired because I love this story. He was fired because the producers worried that his pornographic work, quote unquote, as an actor would deter the film's success. And it's just wild to me that it was probably an Allan Carr decision,
right.
And then the studio had to be like, "You can't cast a porn star in a major Hollywood film." And he's like, "But I want to." But I do have one qualm about this, which is why the fuck Paul Lynde was not cast.
I mean,
anywhere in this goddamn movie.
You got Alice Ghostly.
You got Alice, who is the female Paul Lynde.
Yes, yeah, I was going to say, she's got him on speed dial.
Yeah, and they famously stole each other's acts, the story goes.
I wonder
but I was like, I'm watching the Sid Caesar scenes, and I'm just like, this would be so much better if Paul Lynde was in it. Just, doing his very, just like, just take... first things first, to cut down to 3 packs a day, okay? Like that kind of stuff.
They're like throwing pies at him. He's like, don't be afraid to use your nails, boys.
Exactly. Or when he's doing the speech, he's like, and we're gonna thrust them, and we're gonna kill them. Like, it would have been. I was like, why the fuck was Paul Lynde not in this? They have every other character actor.
There's something a little John Waters about the casting of the adult characters in these movies. Right?
Oh, absolutely.
Eve Arden and who's the actress?
Dodie.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Comedy gold to me in junior high.
Oh yeah.
They were my 2 favorite characters of the movie.
Yeah.
Hello, ma'am. Aren't you supposed to be in homeroom right now? I was just going for a walk. You were just dawdling, weren't you? Yes, ma'am. That is no way to start a new semester, Mr. Lattieri. Perhaps a session of banging erasers after school would put you on the right track. Yes, ma'am. Are you just going to stand there all day?
No, ma'am. I mean, yes, ma'am. I mean, I'm just...
Which is it, yes or no?
No, ma'am.
Good. Then move.
Yes, ma'am.
And even in Grease too, I think it'd take a step further with Connie Stevens.
Yes.
And is that Tap Hunter? Yeah. Connie Stevens' Tap Hunter.
Yeah.
The sequel. That's like even more like
that's incredible. That's way meta,
right?
Way meta. Yeah.
But what's his name? Who plays the TV host of the dance
Rick
contest? And he had like a song. Mm-hmm. He had one. It's Kooky. It's Ed Burns. Kooky Ed Burns.
Burns. Yeah.
He's the host at the dance. At the end of the hand jive, and they all come in for that big little moment. He like somersaults in and catches the mic in one hand, and the entire like 110 kids like come in to one shot to like end the song, and you're like, damn, if Kooky Ed Burns did not catch that mic after he landed that freaking front flip somersault.
I wonder if they got that on the first take.
Holy shit!
Yeah, I was gonna say and he did it on the first take. Yeah, like because he was that was the caliber, and like Joan Blondell and Fanny Flagg is the waitress, and it's insane. But God bless Eve Arden. I think watching it again on this time around. I was like, God, she's so good. She's so good.
She's so good. I mean, this is the first thing I ever saw her in, and when I finally did see her in Mildred Pierce, I was like, well, I'll be damned.
Yeah,
there she is.
No, that's right.
Seeing
that's right.
Eve Arden as a younger woman,
as a young woman, just looking kind of the same.
We talked about it on your Mildred Pierce episode.
Yeah,
that we have talked about your Eve Arden on the podcast.
Yeah.
But RuPaul always talks about how the RuPaul drag voice on the show is inspired by Eve Arden.
Yeah,
of how of how Ru delivers lines on the show.
Girls.
It's Ru's doing an Eve Arden impression.
Yeah.
And I think that I don't remember anyone else in there particularly, but it's just so great that they, stacked all those character actors. And Allan Carr obviously loved those stars because he did that again in Can't Stop the Music with Tammy Grimes and people like that. So, and June Havoc, it's amazing. Yeah, to see that, but also that they were considered old then, and given like, oh, we're going to bring them back, and you haven't seen them in a while.
Digging these ones up.
Yeah.
Well, I was talking about as we're watching it, I was like, well, if that 70s show had Alice Cooper as himself in the 90s,
well, the joke was
playing 70s Alice Cooper.
And the joke was with that 70s show is they don't look at all different.
Sure,
they still look the same.
And here we have Frankie Avalon playing essentially Frankie, but it's 1979 Frankie Avalon, right? But the thing is, he always had that hair. He always had that helmet.
Yeah.
till he was like late too in his life. I mean, he would have that, but even I caught him on he was guested on some show. I just had it on like YouTube or MeTV, and he still had the head of hair. It was like Wayne Newton, he
what's interesting?
The same.
What's interesting is that particular style of men's hair, which if you have a certain kind of wavy or curly texture, they just did this thing where it was like the Flowbee, it was just all one length all the way around. But Billy Crystal's not doing it anymore. He's got like a normal haircut now, and it looks, but I think it looks weird. I want the hairy.
You want the helmet of hair?
Yeah, I want the helmet back. I want the brown football helmet. I don't like Billy Crystal's like updated modern look. I'm like, no. 80s Crystal hair.
Frankie Avalon, not as old as I thought he was.
No, he's not. No.
No,
he's still with us.
We were talking about on Back to the Beach. Frankie and Annette were like 41 and 42.
Yeah,
on Back to the Beach, they were fucking
wild.
Yeah,
it's wild how young they were.
So he would have been in his mid 30s when they made this movie.
Probably, but he looks 62.
Really
like it's
does.
insane. He looks like a Vegas showman on his last tour, but he still is great.
Yeah.
Like I would say that's one of my more favorite sections of the movie. Because it's the element of surprise. It literally does come out of nowhere, and he's so funny. But I like that they brought him in as a nod, wink, wink, because the whole time I'm watching this, I'm going like, what movies are inspiring this? And I was just like, oh, it's obviously the beach movies, and including like using the character actors, as sort of the stock characters and stuff.
Absolutely.
And back to Paul Lynde, like Paul Lynde is in Ski Party, with like Leslie Gore and Annette and Frankie, and so it was just like there's a formula to those movies, right? It's like you have the couple, but then you get the comic relief of these people who are just so affected, like Alice Ghostley and Eve Arden, like they're total caricatures.
Yeah.
And I think that was what was so fever dream about it, was I was like, this really is a 50s movie.
Sure. I never thought of it that way.
The 50s. Yeah. Done in the style of a 50s beach movie, but it's a high school movie. So there's a lot of different things.
There's kind of teenage sex comedy humor in it that would have been in movies in the late 70s or early 80s.
Yeah, it's post 60s, like Vietnam. We don't give a fuck about distilling sex or talking about our cock. Like it's wild. I mean, And so, I mean, it's brilliant in that way. But I was like, what movies are this? Because I was like, it's not Rebel Without a Cause.
No, yeah.
Those shitty drag race movies of the 50s. Like, it's not that. And I went, oh, it's the beach movies, duh.
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
It's Beach Blanket Bingo and,
with like
and
Don
Ski
Rickles
Party.
would be in that. Yeah,
Don Rickles is in Ski Party.
Yeah.
It's wild.
We were just watching Gidget on the Criterion Channel last night. I mean, and they call out Sandra Dee, which would have been they're giving Olivia Newton-John a hard time because she reminds Rizzo of Sandra Dee from Gidget.
Yes, right. And it's great. So the in-jokes are fun.
So here's my issue with the Pink Ladies, right? Frenchie is just like, hey, you guys, like, I met this girl. She's super cute. She's really nice. Like, let's be friends with her, right? Or maybe, like, let's let her into, like, our little gang that we have. Got to jump her in or whatever.
Yeah.
And Rizzo says she's too pure to be pink.
She's too pure to be
which
pink.
is a weird line. But I'm like, okay, I can, Marty gets around. She's got like the million boyfriends.
Marty's my favorite of the Pink
Marty's
ladies.
got the guy in Vietnam.
Marty.
Like,
I love Dinah.
Not Vietnam, and Korea. You're dating a Korean?
No, dummy. He's a Marine.
She's got all the boys. So Marty's fast. Rizzo obviously is Rizzo. Frenchie, I can see maybe, she gives it up a little bit to the right guy. But Jan, I'm sorry, Jan.
What are you doing, Jan?
What are you doing? Just stuffing her face the whole time.
Jan.
I don't know that Jan is necessarily like the toughest bad girl at Rydell.
No, I wonder why they keep her around. Yeah. I really do, because she's not even funny. Like, they don't laugh at her. Well, they laugh.
They do her little toothpaste commercial.
I think that your problem with the Pink Ladies, I probably have a bigger problem with the T-Birds.
I mean,
and
same.
How do those three dummies get to hang out with the two coolest guys in school?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, why do they hate girls so much but want girls? Like, they're just the T-Birds get me. But yeah, I like Frenchie a lot because she's like very career driven. Right. And like she is the shark. She's like, I want to give people a chance. I want to have a career. And the other girls are just fucking around.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what are you? And then Rizzo's like, why am I in the? Yeah, but Rizzo then is like, why did I get myself in the situation you're in? Because you're not doing anything. Like, you have friends who are doing stuff. You're getting pregnant. Come on.
She leaves the slumber party. That's Frenchie's house, right?
Yes.
So it's like, what are you going to just climb back, shimmy back up the drain pipe?
What are you going to do?
At like
shimmy down the
6 in
drain
the morning? Like, what?
Also,
I love that.
How did I know I was gay with this movie? Because that sleepover looked awful, and I was just like, "Oh my god!"
I don't know,
boring as shit.
I think
annoying. If this is what girls do, ugh,
I don't know. I'm
ugh.
completely Jackson. I'm completely the opposite.
You wanted to be at the sleepover.
I wanted to be at the sleepover.
You were the little brother that really was like hanging out at your older sister's.
Oh, I fully
parties.
would let Frenchie pierce my ears. 100%.
If there's blood, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, right.
French, come on.
Great line.
Just goes right in.
Give me a couple ice cubes and an orange. Yeah.
The way Marty says to just run the cold tap.
And
put her head under the faucet. She's so unbothered. Marty is just like, you idiots. You are a bunch of children. My man is in Korea right now fighting for our country. And you idiots are worried about piercing each other's ears. Just run the cold tap. She does not give a fuck. I love Marty for that.
Marty has a great song in the show that was cut from the movie where she sings about her lover. And they did it amazingly in Grease Live called Freddie My Love.
Oh, and then Carly gets her own song. But Carly is Frenchie.
Yes, that's right. Yes,
even though that song just sounds like a Carly Rae Jepsen song from 2015.
Who was Marty in Grease Live? Was it anyone of note? Oh, I don't
remember.
I'd have to look it up.
I think that Marty is African American.
Is it Keke Palmer?
Live. It might be. Is it
might
Keke
be
Palmer?
Keke.
It might be
It
Keke
might have
Palmer.
been Keke Palmer. I think it might have been
Keke Palmer.
I think it might have been Keke Palmer.
I always
I'm
forget-
sorry to this woman.
I always forget that. I'm sorry to this man.
I'm sorry to this woman. If it was Keke Palmer, we forgot you, but girl, we'll remember you now.
We'll cut this out.
Yeah.
Marty is Keke Palmer is
See,
Marty. I love
knew
that.
It. I knew it. I knew it.
yeah.
I knew
there
that
you
there
go.
was a reason
Yeah.
why Marty was my favorite character.
See?
I love Keke Palmer.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
All right, guys.
But so,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
go ahead.
Oh no, you go first.
I just have problems with the T-Birds. I just have problems with
Yeah.
this homoerotic band of heterosexual men,
Right.
who don't want to ever show excitement or emotion around a girl,
Right.
and just stay cool for their guys. But then they're just obsessing over a car in a very weirdly sexual way. Although if Kaneki asked, I would totally.
I was going to say
absolutely.
this movie is a love story between Kaneki and Danny.
It is.
Yeah, especially that moment when Kaneki asks if Danny would like sort of be there for him in the race,
be his lieutenant.
There's some like electricity in that scene with those two actors.
Oh yeah, there's total Sal Mineo, James Dean, and Rebel Without a Cause.
They
right
sort of
there.
hug it out,
Yeah.
and then they quickly like pull away and comb their hair.
Their combs.
Who does it for you more, Danny or Kaneki?
Totally Kaneki.
Kaneki. Yeah.
I think Conaway.
I
I've
can
always
fix
been
him. I can
a
fix
Kaneki
him,
boy.
Scott.
We
Yeah.
can fix it.
I can fix him, Scott.
And I think that
Danny sucks.
Danny does suck.
And I think that maybe there's just something about Jeff Conaway that I just kind of feel bad for him as an actor, because I think that probably I could see Jeff Conaway having to step down from Danny. I bet that he took it personal, but he probably just really wanted to be in the movie.
Yeah.
So he had to settle for being Kaneki.
And maybe he didn't get a call for Blue Lagoon. Oops. Like, oh no, sorry, Jeff, if you're listening. But he also from the things I was reading about him, like totally obsessed with Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, okay.
Jeff
And, like,
Conaway is no
married
longer
her-
with us too.
Yeah, he passed.
Oh, okay. Well,
passed away.
then you can say whatever you want.
He's listening.
Yeah. But he was totally obsessed with Olivia Newton-John. I think he married her sister or something.
Stockard Channing.
Interesting. I didn't know
Stockard
that.
Channing says on the special features that he did give her that hickey.
Yes.
That he insisted on
okay,
giving.
so that's true.
On giving her the hickey. Stockard says it.
I don't know.
In an interview.
She could also just be playing it up for. Stockard Channing may come from that a little bit of an older school of Hollywood. Where they embellish their stories for the press.
And she goes way back with Allan Carr, because I think that he was sort of her agent / friend. That like
Something
he
like
would
that,
sort of
yeah.
represent her for roles.
I think you're right. I adore Stockard Channing and everything, and she's a Broadway actress. Like she's so good in everything she does. Obviously, movies that made us gay. Practical Magic.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes.
She's also great in 6 Degrees of Separation with Will Smith. Fabulous performance no one talks about.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's good, but she definitely also they did her so dirty in the cartoon in the intro. If I had seen that, I would have been like, oh, my agent, I need to, Fuck you, Alan.
Let's get
like,
this
come on.
cut. That's a weird one.
She has like buck teeth, and they're all
Yeah.
I posted that. I posted that image on our Instagram.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, our story
as we were watching it.
No, I mean Rizzo. When you're a kid and you're watching this movie, she's like the coolest one. She's like the one that you're like, all right, this chick is like
because he sounds like a drag.
All right, but these sunglasses that she's wearing. How period are those? Are they period accurate?
I don't think they're
if
period.
Stockard Channing from 1978 were to have walked into a high school
in the 50s,
they
would have been like, she's a witch.
Yeah. Like all bets would be off if that woman walked into a high school.
Her and Michael Tucci, I'm like, they would have just been like, what is happening?
Oh my God,
right now?
Michael Tucci. All right, listen.
He jarred me when he came on screen because I remember the image of him like was going around when Ben Platt made Dear Evan Hansen,
Yep.
right? They were comparing them and being like, oh, yeah, they're high school.
Yeah. Oh,
is he Sonny?
He's
Sonny, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's Sonny. But then, like, he comes on and I went, he doesn't sound like a high schooler. He doesn't look like a high schooler. He's next to Eve Arden and he's like her grown-up son, you know?
Her adult son. I mean, at least Putsy kind of looks teenage age. Like I buy Putsy, you know, he's blonde, he has a baby face, right? Okay. Duty, all right.
Yeah,
I think he's towing the line. It's fine.
I think Duty's kind of cute.
Yeah, Duty's Duty's fine.
Cute.
Sonny is just like, oh boy, what are we doing here? This is crazy.
No. Eddie Deason is actually the one in the movie that looks the most high school of all of them.
Yeah.
I think.
yeah.
Who is that? Eugene?
Eugene, yeah.
Yeah, Eugene. Yeah.
AKA Amethyst from RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh. I mean, nothing really beats, you know, Peter Frechette and Christopher McDonald in Grease 2. Those are like the two hottest, like, T-Birds. But I mean, you know, with our original T-Birds. Okay, but you want to talk about some people who are looking old as hell. We have to talk about what's his name from the rival school, Craterface.
Ooh.
Leo, Dennis Stewart as Leo, and Annette Charles as Cha-Cha Di Gregorio.
Oh, yeah.
The best dancer at St. Bernadette's.
Nice girls don't wear cha-cha.
I mean, these people, high school. She won the dance. She's the best dancer at St. Bernadette's because she won that like all night dance contest from the 20s that they would do for like a loaf of bread.
Yeah. Oh, I love
Jane
that.
Fonda's in and they shoot horses all day.
Also, by the way, guys, Annette Charles, who plays Cha-Cha, would end up playing Mary Magdalene the year after Grease in The Search of Historic Jesus.
The Search of Historic Jesus? What is that?
Yeah.
So she plays an old biblical or an older looking
funny
biblical figure. Like, come on.
I mean, as a kid, when Cha-Cha has her like big dance number with Danny at the dance, and I was like, I could see her panties and stuff. I was all like, I don't like it. I wasn't show people, right? So I didn't grasp the concept of dance bloomers, all that stuff, you know. So I was just like, oh my god. But I was just like, okay, she is an adult woman, and this man who is, you know, Craterface, or as he's credited as Leo, Dennis Stewart, who also comes back in Grease 2, playing the same character.
That's right.
Frightening. He would just, as a kid, I was just like, what? Why is this old man antagonizing these high school boys? What is happening?
When Rizzo and Marty get in the car with them, I do kind of wonder. It's like,
what's going on?
What's going to be happening when they're driving away?
Yeah.
I hope they make it out okay.
And they start, you know, they harass them at Makeout Point too.
Yeah.
And they look older than
the whole place is a no parking zone creep.
He's going to pay him 75 cents to fix the car and the girl. Mm-hmm. And she gets in the car with him? Oh, come on, Riz. Oh, goodness. Watching this movie again, I mean, you know, I've seen it a million times. It's not like, oh, I forgot about this. But I have always been a justice for Patty Simcox.
Well, you know what? Yeah. Patty Simcox gets Lorenzo Lamas.
This is true. You're right.
So I think that she's doing just fine.
You're right. She does kind of end up with Lorenzo Lamas.
What's her intro line that Rizzo says? The bad seed.
The bad seed of Rydell High.
Of Rydell High.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all she's trying to do is just welcome the new kid.
Yes.
Who's obviously not a pink lady. And then the pink ladies are like, oh, we got to try out Sandy, and then who are you? And I'm just like, fuck off, ladies.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of jocks versus the nerds versus the burnouts. Just kind of every single high school cliche rivalry that you can think of.
Sure.
Yeah.
I do have to mention a friend of mine that I worked with at a Trader Joe's. I find out that she was in Grease. And she was a dance extra in Grease.
She's featured heavily.
She is featured heavily in Grease. She is in every major number. When I was watching tonight, I could clock Jenny in almost every major dance scene of the movie, including Summer Nights, Beauty School Dropout, and the big bandstand scene, and of course the very end. That I could pick out Jenny. And she says that she was cast by Allan Carr when she was a dancer in the 70s, and she just did work on the movie. She was the featured dance extra, and she says that she still gets a check every year from her involvement in Grease.
That's amazing.
She says that the cast was really fun to hang out with. Says Olivia Newton-John was very sweet, but John would never talk to any of them if they weren't a principal actor.
Main cast, yeah.
Like a main cast.
Wow.
But she talks about going over to Allan Carr's house for parties.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's kind of amazing.
But yeah.
God. Does she have stories to tell? Can she come on here and
I know.
I should get her on. I haven't seen Jenny in a while, but I remember when I found that out. I was just like, get the fuck out of here.
Did she ever do any others? Did she do any other
I think
stuff?
that she did. She did do other stuff as a dancer.
Okay, yeah.
She's worked a lot.
Wow, that would be great. That would be great to know what else she did. But that's amazing.
She's pulled up Jenny's IMDb.
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, the movie.
Oh my God. I want
Jenny.
an hour and a half just to ask her about that.
Yeah, she's in The Bodyguard.
Pete, you know who she you know who she's like friends with is when John Glover came in.
Oh, John Glover.
They were talking to each other like
old pals.
They go way back.
Okay, I love that.
But yeah, love Jenny.
That's amazing.
She has for listeners, she is in the scene where they're in the bathroom of the drive-in movie theater and Marty's like edging her way up to
tells
the
her
mirror,
like get out of the way, right?
And Jenny says watch it and she walks away.
Yeah, cool.
That's her.
Oh, there we go.
That's her. Okay.
Amazing. Yeah, let's have her. I
texted her
just
tonight and I said that
about...
I texted her tonight and said that we were doing Grease.
Great. Like I said, I want to ask her about Sgt. Pepper's for like 2 hours. It's wild movie.
Yeah.
There's also, I found a little bit of trivia that there was. I texted Scott this. That there was allegedly a dancer in the final outside scene who it was like 107 degrees and she passed out. Like mid dance number, and but it didn't say whether it stayed in the movie. So this time around, I'm watching it like I'm watching the fucking hanging munchkin in the background.
Oh sure.
I'm like, where did someone fall? I gotta see if it's still in the movie.
Oh my God. We talk about this a lot, but there's a bar in Palm Springs, the video bar that shows musical numbers from
Yeah. I know which one you're talking about. Yeah,
they play a song from what is it? Not 42nd Street.
It's a chorus line.
A chorus line.
Yeah.
They play a song from a chorus line, and the camera's panning out, and the dance. There's just more and more dancers. And there's like,
I think it's the big.
Yeah, it's one. It's the finale. Yeah,
and
it's the finale.
On the beat with the music, everybody in the bar starts going fall, 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 fall. So somebody in there falls down. We are yet to find them.
Oh, I've seen her.
I watch
I've seen her that
every
falls.
time like a hawk, and I've yet to find the girl that falls.
I've seen her,
but everyone's chanting to the beat of the song. Fall, fall, fall.
I have to find that. I love
those little like movie tidbits of like somebody in the background passed out or took their pants off or.
Well, I think
that crazy.
It was for the dance scene, the bandstand. That gym was like 95 degrees.
Sure,
It was really hot with all of those lights.
Yeah, and there was no air conditioning, and they I read this, they kept the doors closed.
Right.
So people were like, it was boiling hot in there. Yeah.
So most of the exteriors of Rydell High, and I think the interiors as well, are Venice High School.
Yeah.
In
there
Los
is
Angeles,
a scene of
Venice.
the Dream Master that is pretty much shot by shot. That opening scene of when they're going into the school.
It's Nightmare on Elm Street 4.
They pretty much recreate that in Nightmare on Elm Street 4.
Of like the girls coming out of a pink car. But famously in Summer Nights, they're on the bleachers, right?
Yeah.
And on the bleachers, you can see that there's like kind of nothing really behind the bleachers. You can like see past it to the buildings, you know, back in the distance. Then in the final carnival, there's also bleachers, but it's up against a big brick building because it's now a different high school. Now it's John Marshall High School, which is a high school in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 1. So every Nightmare on Elm Street high school kind of has a cameo in Grease. But yeah, you're just like, those are not the same bleachers that they sang Summer Nights on an hour and a half ago. What's happening
I
here?
think that some of the interiors are in John Marshall.
Oh, okay.
Too. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What? Let's talk about the musical numbers. Like, what are y'all's like standouts, and maybe ones that those of us, can skip.
We'll skip.
I would love to have been in an audience in 1978 when Summer Nights started, just because that song just has such an electricity, and it's like a wave crashing into the beach when that song starts.
And it builds so well.
Yeah.
It like really does build incredibly. Yeah.
It's lent itself to countless
Annoying.
terrible karaoke performances. I love Hopelessly Devoted to You, but we're listening to it today, and I'm like, this is like a country song.
Well, I mean, Olivia Newton-John
like country vibes
come from
to
country
it.
music.
Almost has like a slide guitar situation at the beginning, but it's so interesting because the opening and closing theme, "Grease is the word," right? Is this disco song?
Yeah.
Right. In a 50s movie.
It's a Bee Gees song.
It's a Bee Gees song. It's
Right.
a disco
Yeah. Well,
song.
yeah. Barry Gibb wrote it. Yeah.
And then we have these like more era appropriate songs,
right?
Which Summer Nights has like kind of like doo-wop vibes and like kind of, all that.
Beauty School Dropout.
Yes. Yeah. Teen Idol stuff, and then you kind of see like, okay, these were the ones that were written for this movie, right? The ones that kind of stand out a little bit. Hopelessly Devoted to You, great song, right? Wonderful.
Oscar nominated.
Yeah.
Oscar nominated, yeah.
Classic.
Do you know what it lost to?
Song.
I looked up the movie that won over Hopelessly Devoted to You.
Was it something for
Speaking of disco,
Last Dance.
It lost to Last Dance from Thank God It's Friday.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good song.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's a
great
good
song. Fantastic
great song.
song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible movie. Great song.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was from a movie.
Yeah, as Frank DeCaro says, Diana Ross is as bad an actress as she's good as she's a singer, or something like that. Yeah,
isn't that Donna Summer though?
Donna Summer. That's right. That's what I meant. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Frank. I misquoted you.
What about you? What are your kind of favorites and least favorites?
Hopelessly Devoted. I have a love-hate relationship because there are days where I really think it's a great song, and then there are others where you're right, that twangy country.
Oh, I love it.
What? I mean, Beauty School Dropout is great because it's well staged. It's also the most serious of them all. Like he's not tongue in cheek, but he's saying some very funny lyrics.
Yeah.
And then I do love a dance at the gym. So I do think that, I just think that whole sequence is really exciting and filmed.
It is.
But I'm a sucker for, one, like a musical number that takes place in like one space. Like it's great. Yeah. I like that one.
Yeah.
I can't stand Grease Lightning. I cannot stand Grease Lightning.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of Grease Lightning.
I can sing
either.
all of the lyrics to that song. Maybe it's
because of your dance performance.
It was because of my dance background.
Wow.
Yeah.
Having to listen to that song over and over again. But yeah, I would probably say Summer Nights. Also, I will always fast forward through the drag racing scene.
Oh yeah.
But I will always rewind it just a little bit in the DVD chapters to watch Olivia Newton-John do the reprise of "Look at Me, I'm Sandra Dee." I love that moment.
Yeah, that is a
of
good
Olivia
moment.
Newton-John
You're right.
watching the race, and she's like wistfully looking at Danny
Yeah.
and singing "Look at Me, I'm Sandra Dee," and just how she hits that note in that like Olivia Newton-John like vocal range.
Yeah.
I love it.
Do we like There Are Worse Things I Can Do? Because I will say, like, it works better in the show than it actually does in the movie, which is hard to explain. But it's just, I think, because there are more songs that are of the era sort of sounding, that when the entire show comes to a halt for that 11 o'clock number, it's pretty incredible. So it's not as out of the ordinary that I think in the but I think Stockard does a good job.
I remember Vanessa being good in Grease Live at that, and just kind of thinking about how she would have just lost her dad like that day, and she went on to do the performance.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
I like that. I think. Do I like it more than Look at Me, I'm Sandra Dee? I don't know. I just, I think Stockard Channing is, she's doing solid work in this movie. So as a kid, I was just always like, okay, if it's a Rizzo scene, I'm here for it. So
what are your favorite numbers?
Yeah, I think like I said, the big closers, I really like those two. A lot of people have thoughts about Sandy just kind of like changing her whole personality for Danny and all of that. But hey, he was there to change his personality for her too.
Sure.
So he did it first.
I like to think
he got his little Letterman cardigan.
I like to think that Sandy just kind of finds her inner sexy goddess. Maybe doesn't completely change who she is as a person.
Yeah. She's wearing those candies. Mules, those wooden mules. Which did they make candies in the 50s?
Sewed into those pants. She talks about how the wardrobe had to sew her into those pants.
Yeah,
I can't imagine just how tight those were. They just look so uncomfortable. Yeah.
And there's just something to be said for having clothes tailored to your body, because as we see with Danny, John Travolta, and Jeff Conaway, those 501s don't just fit normal asses like that.
No,
there's something about how
those two are filling out those damn jeans.
And there's also something about how their shirts fit too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
John's got like these little like baby cap sleeves on his like little baby t-shirts. The sleeves are barely there.
The scenes, the gym scenes too, like the sports scenes where they were totally filling out those things, like
gray sweatpants,
like those legs, legs for days too, with those short shorts. Some of those boys, yeah.
So I mean, take your pants to the tailor, kids, because it does a world of difference.
A guy that shows up to the school dance in black and pink.
Well,
that is a statement. I love it.
Yes. That's a little Saturday Night Fever to me.
Yeah.
I don't know how period accurate this like open collar with no tie. Because I love how they will go so period accurate with some of the boys, like wearing like knee socks and the saddle shoes.
Oh yeah,
and all of that. But then John and Jeff are out there just like looking pretty. Well, I don't know. Kinnicky looked a little. He just looked a little 50s greaser. But I would say John is the one that was going a little Saturday Night Fever in some of his looks.
Yeah.
So
he was trying to make it, or they were trying to make a statement with him versus, just keep it period.
Yeah. But Lorenzo Lamas, that character is so interesting in that, like, is he a nerd? Because he's pretty built. Like, he looks like he could lay out any of these guys.
I mean, he's a jock.
Just like
he's
a jock.
It's the T-Birds versus the jocks.
So they're jocks to them. Jocks are just tryhards because they're like playing a sport.
But then Danny's journey, like with Sandy, is that he letters and track. So he does kind of end up embracing his inner jock.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Sure.
To try to get the girl.
Yeah.
Not in the show, by the way. None of this is in the show. And as we remember from Can't Stop the Music with the fucking YMCA sequence.
Yeah.
Allan Carr just really liked to do sports shit for no reason except
Love
to
it.
Google at the legs and thighs of guys. Like, it's,
Love it. I'm here for it.
it's really, I mean, I just remember being like, am I crazy? This wasn't in. And then I looked it up. I was like, it's not, there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
So it's just, horny Allan Carr, wanting to put in a little sports scene,
sure, because it's
which also, which grinds the movie to the halt.
Yeah.
I think it's such a weird sequence
against character for Danny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, like, Sandy probably doesn't even care about. I don't think she would care if he went out for sports or not. She just likes Danny, like, when he's being nice to her. So she's not like, well, if you lettered in track, then maybe I'll wear your ring. No.
What happened to the Danny Zuko I met at the beach?
Oh, the beach. Yeah.
The beach.
Also, I love a movie that really can't decide where in America it is set.
You hold your cookies.
No.
You hold your cookies
Not
all the
at
way
all.
to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
For a boy. Yeah. I mean, I just assume, I always think about that. I'm like, well, if they go to the beach, then they're on the coast somewhere. So I don't know.
I mean, is Rydell High a suburb of Los Angeles?
Sure. Why
I guess
not?
so.
No.
Yeah.
Also that beach at the start was not anywhere close to LA or California. That looked like Australia.
Yeah.
That looked like a beach in Australia.
These rocks. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah. I feel like Allan Carr is kind of using his power as this like movie producer to kind of like fulfill some things in his life. Which fine, who wouldn't?
Yeah, I think the thing that I just scratched my head about watching it was like there's a lot of vignettes in between what's obviously the Grease storyline, but there's just high school vignettes, like even the opening or at the beginning, the sort of bonfire scene. I know that's sort of the way to get to them seeing each other, but it's like you don't need that, right? Like there's the bonfire, and then there's the sports sequence and things like that, and then the drag race. So I don't know if that was like a studio note, right? Where it's like we need to put in stuff for the dads and the guys, right? But it's very bizarre. It's just, and that's what takes me out of it being a musical and being like, all right, this is a movie, right? Yeah, this is a big Hollywood studio movie, because they're like, just going to have a scene. Yeah, we're just going to show like daily life of these teens.
Slice of life of high school. Is it Grease 2 where the guy's running track and his balls come out of his shorts?
He's jumping one of the hurdles.
He's jumping a hurdle.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't have to really get that far into it, but I mean, we should probably talk about the final shots of the movie.
Oh,
of the car driving into heaven. Like, what's going on there?
Sure.
Do we know? Does anyone know?
This shot.
Like, why?
I know this shot infuriates a lot of people.
It does.
It does. Actually, the first and the last shots infuriate a lot of people because they're using the song from the feature film "Love Is a Many Splendor" thing.
Sure.
In a musical where there's not that song.
Yeah.
So why? and then they ascend to heaven.
Yeah.
And Family Guy has the best riff on that. That is the funniest. Listeners, go out and find it. It's one of the funniest.
I wonder if they shot
cutaways
scenes of them just driving off the football field, and they just felt like it didn't cut together.
Right.
So
but it's also the fantasy Grease Lightning from the musical number with the clear plexi hood, right? But that car doesn't exist in the movie. That was all in their head when they were dancing the Grease Lightning number. So now it's another dance. So I don't know if this is even supposed to be the real world. Did they all die? They all got raptured.
Yeah, just the two of them. I'm thinking, Scott, to your point, where they filmed stuff driving off and was like, no. I just imagine a coked out Allan Carr coming in a caftan going like, no, I hate it. Just send them off into the horizon. Just put
them on a crane.
Put them on a crane.
We'll figure
Let's
it
do it. And what was wild was the version I watched was the sing-along version. So as soon as it's ascending, it's just hearts, pink hearts flying everywhere. And I'm like, this looks like like they're dying and going to heaven. It's wild. Yeah.
I mean, there's all those fan theories that, what is it? Sandy drowned at the beach.
Oh,
Sandy died at the beach. So
is this all
a dream?
Is this all a dream of Danny?
They both died at the beach. I don't know. Like, so there's wild.
This is purgatory, and they have to ascend. They have to find each other to ascend to
make their way into the light.
Oh my God.
Who knows? But there's tons of those. There's probably some Reddit rabbit holes that we can go down to figure all that out. But I mean, I don't know. I think in the 70s when you're watching this movie,
I
don't think
that they
great.
Care. Yeah.
What an ending.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And also movies we talk about how movies didn't really have as big of a rewatchability before. I mean, people probably saw Grease in the theater like 10 times because it grossed so much money.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think that they really put that much thought into it.
Yeah.
Of when they were driving up into the sky.
And it's all camp and emotion. So it's almost like logic has already left the building. So we can just do whatever the fuck we want. Like it doesn't matter. And all that matters is like we gave them, by the way, back-to-back ensemble numbers to end the show or end the movie. And so they were probably just like, we'll just do whatever. And they're not going to worry about it because everyone's dancing on the way out. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how this would have cut together had We Go Together been played with the closing credits. And that's just how they would have ended it.
Like they do their little
they're pretty much
Soul
doing
Train line.
Because they're pretty much doing their curtain call.
Yeah. They're doing their little Soul Train line. All of them are coming down.
It's how a traditional movie would end.
It's fine. Could just end right there. And Danny and Sandy come out at the end. And get in the car and period. Closed. Yeah. Credits. It is kind of jarring that it cuts from that back to Grease, the song Grease.
Oh, yeah. That is,
Well, Allan Carr
with the curtain call. Yeah.
Well, Allan Carr just said that he liked the song so much that he felt like they needed to use it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, back then they had to sell the song too. So it was however many times they could play it to get it played on the radio and sold. Yeah.
And just something that we all take for granted. It's hair grease, right? That they're talking about?
I think so.
That's what grease is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it could be.
It's hair grease and the car grease. Yeah.
Works for both.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
But it was originally, because I did look this up, it was a play off of Hair, the musical. So it was Hair, and then Grease, and then Hairspray is a play off of Grease. It's that sort of evolution of
that's fun.
Hair product musicals. I think a movie that is Grease. I think every time I watch Grease, I want it to be this, but it's Crybaby, John Waters' Crybaby.
Yeah, another movie we need to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait. What? You haven't done it?
No, not yet.
We have a friend of ours that wants to do it.
Yeah.
But she's busy.
We got to make the schedule work.
We need to make the schedule work. Yep.
No. That's great. Can't wait for that episode. But it's I want every time I see Grease, I want Crybaby.
Yeah.
Because or Psycho Beach Party, which I just rewatched on Criterion Channel. Fabulous film. Charles Busch, we love you. And yeah, it's sort of that it feels like it's self-parodying itself, but it does take itself too seriously. Grease does.
Yeah.
Versus like Crybaby or Psycho Beach Party, which is all parody and meta.
Right.
Kind of tongue in cheek. Yeah.
Yeah. Because Grease has moments, but it's not the whole thing.
Yes. And I think I want more of those moments. Yeah. It's like, and by the late 70s, it's like you've had Airplane, you've had these very broad comedies. Clue, like you can a Spinal Tap, like you can commit to the bit, and they just don't. And I think that's my only qualm with it is it doesn't fully commit to it, so it feels very disjointed, and a little all over the place at times, but. but it still works. People still love it. People fucking fill up movie theaters still to do sing-alongs with it. Yeah,
we think the debate with people of Grease or Grease 2 is really interesting. Of just kind of having to pick one movie and really put your foot down of what's the better movie. I always think that's interesting because I have friends that really stand by Grease 2.
Right hard for Grease 2.
And I've never gotten... We have done a full Grease 2 episode.
Yes, you have.
I will say I prefer the 1978 movie.
Yeah.
I think the songs are better.
Yeah, I think Grease 2, I think the songs are bananas.
I think it's a better directed movie, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a better directed movie. Grease 2 is all over the place direction-wise, but it weirdly works. I think it works for... I think it works because its reputation has made it work. I think on its surface, it's not a good movie. It's not very well made. You're right, Pete. The songs are all over the place and so weird. And again, not even in like they're self-aware and parodying, but it's also still a studio movie. And Michelle Pfeiffer and them are acting in a movie, with the exception of the character actors. So that also is kind of tonally weird. But Grease actually does have a cohesive sort of direction, vision to it. And vision to it. There was a story I read where there was a scene that got cut of Kenickie and Rizzo arguing in the diner.
Yeah.
And it got so intense.
It got a little more intense.
Yeah.
I think they called it the Scorsese scene. Yeah.
Someone said it's a Scorsese movie. And they just had to cut it because it was just too crazy. And it's like, all right, okay, yeah. Can't find that in Grease too.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. We haven't even touched on so many things in this movie.
Is there anything left that you just wanted to mention before we wrap things up?
The cameo from Ellen Travolta.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Not John's mom.
No.
I always have to remind myself that. It's his sister.
Mm-hmm. That's his sister. We're just kind of like, it's the tip of the iceberg with Grease. There's so much that we can keep, keep talking about for this one. But
I think it's kind of interesting. And Jackson, you've come on for just sort of the movies that followed Grease, of studios really wanting to replicate the wild success of this movie, and nobody could really quite do it. Can't Stop the Music. Allan Carr tried to do the same thing for the Village People. Didn't really work. Canon Films' The Apple was trying to do something like Grease.
Absolutely.
Didn't really work. What are other... Grease 2. Big commercial failure.
I'd like to revisit The Apple.
Yeah.
We watched that Canon Films documentary.
Oh, the documentary,
and that was trying to do a Tommy sort of thing, too, of a rock opera.
Yeah.
Yeah, which by the way, Tommy was Stigwood. So there was a little bit of that. I forget what it was called, but it's not like a common film term, but there was a term for it was high messiness or something like that. It was in the vein of Ken Russell and this sort of kind of gonzo balls to the wall filmmaking that was big in the 70s and 80s, where it was just we're just going to throw everything up and still make it like we're making a movie, but it's going to be wild and bizarre. And I do really have a soft spot for The Apple.
And it kind of peaked in that style of filmmaking, kind of peaked with Grease.
It did, and I think that Tommy, and then The Apple, Phantom of the Paradise too. I think there's all the it's not quite glam. Rocky Horror's in there. It's not glam per se, but it's still this very sort of big, wild vision of movies. Yeah, and I like this era. And Grease, as much as you much as you want to say whatever you want to say about it, it is like it is a very influential movie musical.
Absolutely.
Like, I got to give it credit, and we wouldn't have things like Barbie without it, right? Like, I mean, that parodies kind of the gender dynamics in this, and Ryan Gosling did say like he stole his laugh from Danny Zuko, and that like that, like he does that in Barbie, and he was like, yeah, no, that's from Grease. So, but yeah, it's good. I mean, and hey, a blockbuster musical. I think we're seeing that now with Wicked. You know, it's like no matter what you say, and it's a very popular thing that people knew about and liked. And it took a long time to make, and then when it made it, it just skyrocketed in this other iteration. I think Wicked is kind of following that right now too. We're seeing,
but Wicked is a big critical favorite, but I don't think Grease was very liked critically at the time. I think that was all pretty much an audience favorite type of success. Yeah,
but it wasn't hated though. I think critics just knew when something was popular, right? They knew that was good, and they didn't care if it was not high art. They were just like, look, it's making money, it's entertaining, there's good people in it. Why complain? Yeah,
it is interesting to see where something like Wicked can go in the future. Are we going to kind of adopt more of the movie adaptation into future,
or is it
stage production,
or is it going to turn into the years following both the Moulin Rouge and Chicago, and we'll get high-profile movie musicals that don't do so well,
don't live up to it,
like Rent and The Producers, and a little bit of Phantom of the Opera.
A little bit of Phantom,
Interesting.
Maybe. I mean, possibly. Yeah.
But just the way that, like, with the 20th anniversary was such a big deal. And, like, you know, children are having, like, Halloween costumes and birthday parties and, like, you know, karaoke nights and all of this stuff. It's just become such this part of culture, you know. And I don't mind that kids love it. I'm not like, oh, they shouldn't be watching that. I'm just like, whatever. It's a kid movie.
Yeah.
Like,
and it's a lot of
there are worse
good
things
music
they could watch.
Hey, that's good. Hey.
Yeah, no, it's good music, and like you said, it's getting them, you know, it's introducing them to movie musicals, you know, especially because these damn kids these days are not watching whole ass movies anymore.
No,
you know, and they're sure as hell not watching musicals. There's a lot of just like, oh, well, I don't like those because, you know, people just start singing. And it's like, shut up. Like, all right, grow up. So if they're getting introduced to it with something like Grease, you know, then it's like, okay, that's going to kind of like prime them for, you know, stage musicals or, you know, other movie musicals that they may not have ventured out to see if they weren't like, introduced to this at such a young age. So
I do believe, like, I mean, this is maybe the film nerd in me, but it's like, I do believe, like, if you're a good parent, if you're a good, you know, somebody who's telling the next generation about like those, it's like, you don't go, oh, watch this thing from the 30s and then watch Moulin Rouge, right? Like you're like, you want to show, you know, like 2 or 3 or 4 movies that are like, you want to watch 42nd Street, Sound of Music, you know, Fiddler on the Roof, and then, you know, Chicago, right? And you get what a movie musical is. And Grease is in there. It's like, here's something that's really, really popular. And we might not have Moulin Rouge without this, and we might not have these big studio, like, let's just, you know, let's take a chance on some stars and make a big budget musical. So we can't fault it, and we can't fault something that's popular and makes. I'm sorry, what was that number? $1 billion.
$1 billion of inflation.
In 1978, for God's sakes. That's wild.
Yeah, totally. Love it. Oh, goodness. Well, we should probably start wrapping up. I have a heart
300th. Happy 3. You got it.
I got a heart out. I got to get up early tomorrow.
Beat up super early tomorrow. Jackson.
Happy 300th.
Thank you so much.
You've
been along with us for quite a few of these episodes.
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes, we always love having you on.
Honored.
And you're
Love
always
you guys.
welcome.
So
to
much
come on
fun.
again.
All of the friends that we've made along the way.
All the people that we've come upon.
Yeah, I mean, we've met some good friends of ours through
Yeah,
this podcast.
yeah.
All 300 episodes of this.
In all these 300 episodes, I think of all the people that we've come upon, and I also think about all of the people that have come upon me.
Hey.
That's a head of
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
But Jackson, thank you so much. Always
Thank you.
welcome.
Guys, love you guys.
This was amazing. Love you too.
Good
This
so
was
much.
great.
you.
Listeners, do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with a little bit more show. Happy 300 episodes. Stick around. Listeners, thanks for sticking around to the very, very end of episode 300.
I don't think we're going to do an official
We're going to skip the
weekly rewind.
rewind.
Not this week. We have been watching Dancing with the Stars and The Bachelor, but maybe we will share our thoughts on those next episodes.
Yes, Golden Bachelor is back in full force. We have thoughts.
We'll have more to talk about for Golden Bachelor.
Yeah,
too.
absolutely. But we're going to skip it this week because it's our show.
Yeah, and not yours.
But what we are going to do
Patreon shout
is some Patreon shout outs. Yes, indeed. We do want to say a great big hello and thank you to all of our wonderful and active patrons, including Hasten, Teresa, Ashes, Cooper, Cinesemiotics, Robbie, RP, Christopher Callum, David Chava, Lauren H, Ronnie, Matt, Carla, Leah, Megan, Andrew, Stephen, Leah, SB, Brian, Mark, Deja, Amy, Erica, Anna, our friends at Hetty Drew, Andy, Kate, Roberto, Daisy, Kelly, Chrissy, Laura, Garrett, Thomas, Lori, Brenna, Lawrence, Lisa, Alexis, Thomas, Millie, Ted, Benny, Melanie, Susan, Paul, let's see who else, Jamie, Drew, Genevieve, Dawn, Josh, Aaron, Nick and Shannon, Christine, and Rufino. You guys, it's on 2 pages now. There's so many on page 2.
We have
we've got a lot of active patrons.
We have a lot of really good stuff on the Patreon right now, too. We just posted
A lot of
our
fun stuff.
brand new episodes at the $5 level. You will get the TV shows that keep us gay, where we watch one of our favorite TV shows every month to talk about it. Yeah. This past episode, I've listened back to this episode twice now.
Sure.
We talked about Top Model with our friend Garrett, and it was a really fun discussion. We talk about Top Model for almost 2 hours about Cycle 6. So that's a really fun episode. You'll get that at the $5 level.
Yeah.
If you wanted to upgrade to the $10 level, you will get the Watch With Us commentaries. Yes. And we just recorded a Sleeping Beauty episode. Sleeping Beauty is a really good one because it's a little shorter, so it's a pretty quick
flies by.
It's a pretty quick listen. So you'll get both of those at the $5 and then the $10 level. Those kind of work as bonus monthly episodes. You'll get 2 of those. Mm-hmm. We have a whole bunch of fun stuff going back a couple years on Patreon that you can check out.
Patreon's been around for a minute, so
there's a lot of stuff
there. If you join now, even if you can do a single donation, for 1 month, for 30 days, you get access to all that stuff. So if you want to do just $10, and then stop it right after you start it, you can do that, and then that gives you access to everything, including all the back catalog. And there's a ton. There's over 50 Watch This commentary tracks, and there is a ton at the $5 level of the TV shows that keep us gay, 2 summer series, whole sections of Drag Race, whole seasons that we've done. So there is a ton of stuff in there. And all of your donations go straight to keeping the show up and running once a week, ad free. Yeah, for all of you out there. So thank you so much for being a part of that. And it's at patreon.com/movies that made us gay. Can like and subscribe to our show on whatever podcast listening application that you so choose.
Yeah, we're on all of them.
Yeah, we would love it if...
Write us a review.
Yeah, if you write us a review over on Apple Podcasts or on Spotify. And give us 5 stars. You can follow our socials. We're at Movies That Made Us Gay on Instagram. We are the most active on our Instagram account. It's where you get updated information on, new Patreon episodes that drop, new episodes that are coming out, up and coming previews. Sorry about that. And head over to Head over to Instagram to check that out.
Yeah, you can follow our personal accounts. I'm Scott Youngballer on Instagram and follow my letterbox.
Yes, indeed. I'm at Peter Lasagna on Instagram. And you can follow Scott's Letterboxd to keep track with all of the new movies or any movies that we're currently watching in our daily lives. So thank you so much, everyone, for sticking around for 300 episodes. Oh, my goodness. So many hours of our dulcet tones and our wonderful voices gabbing about movies. So there's plenty more where that came from. We'll see you next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.